Greetings, my beautiful family. I hope you all are having a lovely week so far. In this video, I will be sharing with you 2 easy, quick ways, hassle-free ways, foolproof ways of making your own homemade spring roll wrappers or spring roll sheets. All right, you need only 2 main ingredients and 3 ingredients if you count the water. So let's get into it, friends. The first method, you're going to need a cup and a half of all-purpose flour. Then add optional salt to taste. You also need just a splash of oil. Any cooking oil will do. Then add some water and start whisking. What you want is for the consistency to be about double the thickness of heavy cream. Now add the water in bits just because as you whisk, it can become lumpy. So if you add it in bits, then you are in control. And if you are in control, then those lumps don't stand a chance. All right, so I did end up adding 2 cups of water to get this thickness. Now there is that inevitable slight variation of the ingredient amounts based on factors such as climate or even how you measure your ingredients. But what's key is it has to be about double the thickness of heavy cream, and then you're good to go. Now this method, we employ the painting style. So you need a brush. I'm using a silicone brush, but you can use a brush, even the kind that you paint a wall with, all right? You need a non-stick skillet or pan. Any non-stick skillet or pan will do. And you want to take it a little bit at a time and have your heat also on low. So my heat goes up to 10, as you know, and I am on 2. Friends, if you crank your heat up, this will not work. As you paint, it continues to peel and it can get frustrating very quickly. All right, see how easy peasy this is? Yes, that's it, and peel. Once it sets and goes from the white color to a translucent color, you're good to go and you start peeling. Don't wait till it starts getting crunchy and dry. I love how fun this method is too. I think you will also enjoy it. Now we already have prepared our spring roll filling, so I'm just going to work. You'll need a little bit of the same mixture as your glue, all right? Because you need to adhere the spring roll end of the wrap to the main body of it so that when you fry it, it stays intact. These days, you must make it a point to live that soft life. And here is a spring roll hack for living that soft life, especially in that kitchen, friends. I hope you've enjoyed this method. All you need is a non-stick pan. Any kind will work. Plus, you need only 2 very inexpensive main ingredients. I mean, seriously, and you only need a little bit of it. So if you think of it, it's way much more worth it if you make your own spring roll wrappers yourself, all right? Because it's much more expensive if you buy it from the store. And the store-bought ones tend to be a little bit thicker, all right? So they don't fry as crunchy. You see how paper thin these ones are? I mean, best of all worlds. Now let's fry. We're frying in cooking olive oil. Any cooking oil would work. And we're frying on 8 out of 10, friends, all right? So medium high. Fry till golden brown, crunchy, and ready for that catwalk. In a few seconds, we'll be doing that all-important crunch test. So keep watching. Here we go. Listen up, friends. Perfection, friends, and the filling stayed nice, crunchy, fresh, and not soggy at all. Now let's do the second method. You need the same amount of flour, a little bit of salt to taste, a splash of oil, and then we're going to start adding some water. This one is the peeling method where you actually layer your spring roll wrappers or sheets on top of each other, and they're peelable when ready, friends. So what we want here is a dough. gluten-rich, soft, smooth, and pliable dough. And the best way to do that is to go in with your hand and not be afraid to get dirty. You want to now knead once all of the dough comes together to develop that gluten, all important gluten. Now, the ingredient amount we're using here yields 6 spring roll wrappers, all right? So we're going to cut the dough or section them into 6 parts. Now roll them out into about half a centimeter thick. You will need to sprinkle a little bit of flour as you roll them out so they're not sticking to the rolling pin or the surface. And there you have it. Set that aside and roll the rest of them all out. Once you're done rolling them all out, we're going to bring back in our cooking olive oil and make sure that you smear it all the way to the edges of it. And be generous with the oil. All right, sprinkle a little bit of flour on it as well and start layering the next rolled out dough on top of the first one. Then repeat till you get to the 6th and final rolled out dough. Done. That's the 6th and final. Now start rolling all of it out. You're going to now roll till you get about half a centimeter thick again. So what you're essentially doing here is rolling a group of spring roll wrappers together at the same time until you get that paper thin, translucent thickness that are easy to peel once a little bit of heat is applied. This now is coming out of the oven after being in there for just 4 minutes at 400 degrees Fahrenheit on a pizza stone. You can also place it on a regular baking pan and see how easy it's peeling off. Yes, the first layer sometimes might crack because it gets dry, but no worries, you can still use it. If you peel, lay that on the bottom end and then lay the next peeled one on top of it. It creates a little bit of moisture and takes it from that crunchy, dry state to a more malleable, easier to work with, not so dry state. All right, friends, there it is. If you applied enough oil, peeling should be fun and real easy. There you have it. This is your second method, and that can all be salvaged. All right, a little bit of fracture should not perturb you at all, friends. All you have to do is kind of just trim it off. Trim to get a square or a rectangle that is almost close to a square. All right, and this is all dependent on the size of your spring rolls. Okay, so keep that in mind. That trimming is not waste, friends. Although it's not going to be used for what it was originally intended, they fry into incredibly delicious and crunchy chips. So this method compared to the first offers more crunch in the spring roll itself, and then you get chips out of it too. You also need a little more elbow grease in this method. Time to form our spring rolls and see how translucent this sheet is. It is beautiful. The amount of filling you add is dependent on the size of spring roll you're going for. Now fold it over and then pull while tightening your pull toward you, so that way your spring rolls end up becoming nice and tight and not too boggy. All right, then apply your glue mixture, which is your flour, water, and a little bit of oil, and it should adhere nicely. Ready for the fry. Let us make another one. Fold the wrapper over the filling and pull tightly toward you. Then fold again. Then fold the sides in. And then apply your glue mixture. And there you have it. That's all she wrote. Voila, done. Ready for the fry, friends. Easy, right? And it's fun. Like I said, you'll really enjoy doing this. Now let's go and fry these babies and wait till you see how much more crunch and crispiness you get from this method. It is amazing. Now, friends, there is a third other very easy and quick method of making spring roll wrappers, and that method also does not produce any waste at all, friends, and I'm bringing you that soon. I couldn't add that to this video because this video would have been way too long, unnecessarily long. All right, and I feel like that's just way too much information to pack into one video. So stay tuned and keep watching Nanaba's Kitchen. Appreciate you all so much, deeply. Now let's do that test, the crunch test. Listen up, friends. You see how even the wrapper is cracking, and you heard that crunch. Need I say more? Thanks so much for watching. I hope both methods have inspired you to try making your own spring roll wrappers right in your home, in that kitchen. Make it a great day, friends and family, and have fun, especially in that kitchen. Thank you, beautiful person, for watching the video all the way to the end. Kindly leave me a comment and subscribe down below, and don't forget to share the video as well. Also, watch more videos. It is chop time, and here in Nanaba's Kitchen, chop time is always yes, friends. So pull up a chair. We are all friends and family here.